Hey everybody, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. You're probably going to see this outfit a lot because I'm doing a lot of cooking all in one day, but I'm making separate videos for them. So right now we're going to make a chocolate cake. It is going to be out of this world, and the icing, oh my goodness. When I say the icing on top, it's the icing on top. It is that good. So let me tell you, if you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. If you're here back, thank you so much for being a loyal subscriber and watcher. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. I would appreciate it so very much. So during the intro, take that moment to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up, share my videos. I would appreciate it so very much. So let's get started on this delicious chocolate cake.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is...
Okay guys, I have a delicious chocolate cake recipe that is a layer cake, and it is so good. But it's more like a pound cake sort of, with a really delicious icing. But I wanted a more fluffy, softer cake, and I'm going to use that other icing on this cake. So we're getting started on this cake right now, and I'm doing it the easy way. I'm making it in a sheet pan. I love layer cakes and I think they are beautiful, but I'm making a bunch of stuff today to carry to church tomorrow for our potluck meal at church. And I just don't have a lot of time to make things pretty and worry about if they're gorgeous or not. So I'm just going to do it the easy way, and which is a sheet cake. So let me grab all my ingredients. I'll meet you back right here. Okay guys, so in here I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and I'm going in with 2 cups of granulated sugar. I'm going in with 3/4 of a cup of cocoa powder, good and chocolatey. All right, I'm going in with 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Now, I don't usually use salt in my sweet dishes because I use salted butter, but this cake doesn't have butter, so I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of espresso powder. If you don't have espresso powder, you can take your coffee grounds and grind them up a little bit, or you can use you can cut back on the milk just a little bit and add some strong brewed coffee just a little bit. So, but I happen to have some espresso powder, so I'm going in there. That is 1 teaspoon each of salt and espresso powder. Now I'm going to give these dry ingredients a mix. This is why this recipe is so easy. You don't have to beat anything ahead of time. You can just go in. And I'm just going to give that a mix and grab some eggs. Okay guys, to our flour and cocoa and all the dry mix, we're going to add in a cup of hot water. And I'm going to add it now, just so it can cool off a little bit before I add the eggs in. Because I'm going to add in, we're going to go in with 1/2 cup of oil. And you can use whatever kind of tasteless oil you prefer. Going in with a cup of buttermilk. This is the key ingredient in my opinion. I think any cake with buttermilk, oh, is so good. And I don't want to leave any of that in there. So let me do some scraping here. Okay. Alright, now we're going to add in, I'm going to go ahead and, so I can use this container, I'm going in with some vanilla. If I had some almond extract, in fact, I'm going to put some almond in the icing. If I had some almond extract, we would definitely be putting it in the cake as well, but it won't be here in time for the cake. So, but you want to go easy on the almond. Almond is pretty strong. Alright, so we're going in. There's one egg going in, and I'm going to turn the mixer up just a little bit. And there is egg number 2. My oven is preheated to 350. Okay. All right, I've got my pan right here. Remember, we're doing this in a 9x13. This is a delicious liquidy batter. And I am going to take this spatula and just scrape the bottom. I want to be sure I've got everything off the bottom. Alright, and you can see it's very liquidy, but it's going to be good and moist and delicious. And we're going to get all this cake batter out. Okay guys, I'm going to finish scraping. I'll bring you back in just a minute. Okay everybody, the cake is out of the oven. You can see where I tested it. It's perfect. It was in a 350 degree oven for about 30 minutes. So I'm going to let this cool, and once Caroline gets here with the almond extract and this cake has cooled, we'll make the thick layer of icing, and you can put as much or as little as you want. I happen to like a lot of icing, so I'm going to put a lot on it. We'll make that when she gets here with the almond extract. Okay everybody, I have been making goodies for tomorrow, not goodies, but food for tomorrow's church service. And I have here my potatoes, my twice baked potato casserole. Like I said, you can go look that up. I've also made a chocolate cake here, and I'm going to ice it in a little bit, and that will be a separate video. That'll probably be Tuesday's video. And I'm getting ready to make barbecue meatballs, which will be in not as an appetizer, but as a meal. So that will be probably Monday's video. But you could use them as appetizers because we do have a big game day coming up not far from now. So anyway, I've been a busy bee, and I'm going to make me some lunch now. I'm going to make me some tuna salad. And, you know, normally I eat it with those cauliflower sandwich thins. But y'all, I had it the other day, and I ate some pork rinds with it. Oh my goodness, that was delicious. So I'm going to make that now and have me a little lunch. And then we'll get back to cooking in just a little bit. Okay, everybody, let's finish this cake. Now, the icing for my 3-layer cake actually calls for 2 pounds of powdered sugar. And this is a sheet cake, so I think I'm going to cut the recipe in half. So let me grab butter, powdered sugar, some vanilla, some brewed coffee, and my almond extract that Caroline just brought, and we'll finish this icing up. We'll see if half of the recipe is enough, and if not, then I'll make another batch. Okay, everybody, I've got my whisk attachment on right here, and I've got a stick of butter and maybe 2 tablespoons plus 2 tablespoons. A stick plus 2 tablespoons, so that's a half of a cup plus 2 tablespoons. And I've got my whisk attachment on, and I'm just going to beat that butter up just a little bit, get it going. Alright, so now I'm going to eyeball, well that's not, there we go. There was a big chunk of butter caught in there. There we go. Alright, so to that butter, I'm just going to eyeball, because I originally was going to put the whole bag because that's 2 pounds. But I'm just going to eyeball a half of the bag. A little more, a little less, it doesn't matter. All right. Now we're going to turn this on really low. It's still going to puff out, but all right, while it's going and I'm slowly going to turn it up, I'm going to measure out a half a cup of cocoa. So as you guessed, my original recipe calls for a whole cup. That's some extra of my potato dish I'm making for church. And I got a little bit of coffee I'm going to go in here with. All right, I'm going to have to scrape down the sides, and then I'll get our flavoring out, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, almond extract is very strong, so I'm gonna only go in with just a drop or two, maybe a quarter of the capful. Now we're going in with some vanilla. I'm gonna turn the whisk on high. And I'm going to give it just a little bit more coffee. This is cold coffee. My bowl was wet from where I'd washed it, and so some powdered sugar and cocoa stuck to the sides, but that's okay. All right, I'm just whisking it till it's nice and fluffy. All right, look at that beautiful icing. Now I gotta wash my hands, but that is so good. Okay, so there's not much to this. We're just going to I'm going to use this. We're going to scrape again. It is a nice, wonderful, fluffy icing. May have added a little bit too much coffee, but that's okay. It's going to be delicious. And we're going to see if this is enough. Oh, look at that. Y'all, can y'all see that? I believe this is going to be plenty of icing. Don't y'all? I mean, The main recipe, even for a 3-layer cake, makes a ton of icing. But I pile it on too. I like my, in between my layers, the icing's the best part. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna set this on my glassed-in porch. It's a little cool out there. And we're gonna set it out there, let it firm up, and then we're gonna cut us a piece. And we're gonna try this deliciousness right here. And this right here won't go to waste, I can assure you. All right, there's the chocolate cake. I'll bring you back for the taste test in just a little bit. Okay, y'all, I've called Bryant in here. I've washed all the dishes. They're all laying back there drying. Called Bryant in here to taste this cake. I want y'all to look at that cake. So I've never put this cake with this icing. So we're gonna see how this is. He's ready with his milk.
All right, baby doll, here we
And
go.
you gotta save me a bite.
Yeah, save it. I got a spot of the cake. That's a piece of the batter.
That's
right
the
there.
batter. He was licking the batter.
I was licking the bowl. Here, does that cake not look scrumptious? Look at there. All right, here we go. You gonna try a bite? What do you think? You know what this cake looks like? The lunchroom cake that we used to get.
At school?
At school, yeah. I don't know if it tastes that way. It did not taste that good at school. Yeah, that right there. That is really good right there.
I'll get it. You take that one.
Okay.
I'll get my. Let me get this bite. Let me get
Hang on,
it.
hang on. That's delicious right there. Good sweet icing. Not overpowering, but a good sweet icing.
And the cake is not too sweet. The icing's really sweet, but the cake's not, so it balances each other out.
Yeah. It's easy. It's not a layered cake or anything like that. I don't know if you call that a sheet cake.
Sheet cake.
Yeah. So.
It's good.
That's easy cake to make.
Very easy.
Hey, there you go, guys. Easy peasy cake. What's it called? Chocolate cake. Hey, Daddy's great. He makes us chocolate cake.
Must be good. He's licking the. He's finishing up the plate.
That's it. Hey, is this the end of this video, or
This is the end of this video.
no couch time or anything on this one?
No, not on this one.
Okay.
This is just chocolate cake video.
When's this one going up?
Probably Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what day you're watching this.
Hey guys, I was going to tell you, be careful. Hang on. Hang on, right here. Be careful to never yell through a colander. Do you know why? You'll strain your voice.
I had no idea. I could have cut the camera off if I'd have only known, but I didn't know.
Y'all are rolling. I can tell right there, you're straining your voices.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You've got to make this cake. It was super easy. The icing's super easy. Delicious. All right, guys. We'll see you next time on The Farm and Pastor's Wife. Remember, the grease is hot enough. You can fry anything. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share my video. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Bye, y'all.